Next sense is touch. Touch provides the important feedback about the environment. There are many people in which the touch plays an important role, like in a blind people, they can distinguish a person or object with the help of touch sense. Stimulus received via receptor in the skin. There are various types of receptor, that is thermoreceptors. Thermoreceptors deals with heat and cold. Nociceptors, that is pain, and mechanoreceptors, that is pressure. Okay, some areas are more sensitive than other, like fingers. Next is memory. There are three types of the memory function. First one is sensory memory, then short term memory or working memory, and next one is long term memory. So sensory memory. What is sensory memory? It buffers for stimuli received through senses. Okay, example is sparkler trail or stereo sound. Sensory memory means something we remember with the help of the senses. It continuously overwritten. This is the characteristics of the sensory memory. Next one is short term memory. It is a scratch pad for the temporary recall. That means something we can store in our memory for a short period of time. For example, if you read this number or these alphabets, you can remember these alphabets or number for a short period of time. This is because of our short term memory. Next is long term memory. Long term memory is the main source, as it stores the factual information, experiential knowledge, procedural rules of behavior. Okay, it has a huge capacity. It has a relatively slow access time of approximately 10th of second. Forgetting occurs more slow in long term memory. Whatever we see with our eyes are stored in our long term memory, and it is stored for long duration, and we can remember it with the help of our long term memory, because it is in the form of the experience, or it is in the form of the visual. Examples of this phenomenon is we remember the scene in the movies, or whatever we see with our eyes, then it is stored in our long term memory. Long term, okay, it is intended for the long term storage of the information. Information is placed from working memory through rehearsal. Means something which is stored in our short term memory, if we continue to rehearsal that thing again and again, then it will lead to the storage of that thing in long term memory. For example, if I recall this number repeatedly, then, or rehearse this number repeatedly, then it will lead to store in the long term memory. Memory recalls after minute is the same as the after hours or days. That means whatever the thing is stored in our long term memory, it if we recall it in a minute, is same as if we recall it in a month or within a year. The thing will not change. So there are two types of the long term memory. First one is episodic, second one is semantic. Episodic means whatever the experiences or whatever the phenomenon we have saw are stored in the form of the episodes or serial form, and can recall an actual events took place at given point of our lives. Semantic means it is having structure of concepts and skills. The semantic long term memory is derived from the episodic long term memory. Semantic memory structure. So there is one diagrammatic representation, that is long term memory semantic network. Okay, so what is this, what is meant by this network? It uses the concept of inheritance, as we already know that inheritance means acquiring the properties by one from the another. Okay, it may be the person or it may be the object. Here the inheritance concept is used and which forms a long term memory semantic network. In the case of animal, animal breathes, moves, and animal is a dog. So like that we'll get the information about the animal, and these nodes are treated as the child node and the upper nodes are treated as the parent node. Thank you.